Hey guys, here's a quick list of 10.5 things that are a complete waste of your money, especially if you're trying to build some wealth. Now, in case you're new around here, my name's Nima, and welcome to the channel. I'm a corporate executive with over 15 years of experience in both sales and finance. My videos break down financial concepts to help you on your financial journey, whether you're just starting out or if you're already a seasoned pro. So let's jump into today's topic, which is the 10.5 things that are a complete waste of your money. Now, the first thing on my list is extended warranties. So, you know those extended warranties that they always try to sell you when you're buying something new? Honestly, guys, they're usually not worth it. Just think about it. The cost of the warranty often ends up being more than what you actually paid for any repairs to begin with. Most products are pretty reliable these days and aren't likely to break down within the warranty period. Plus, a lot of credit cards and manufacturers already offer some kind of warranty or protection. So, you're basically paying for something that you might already have. Now, instead of shelling out extra cash for an extended warranty, you could just save that money. If something does break, you'll have the funds to fix it. And if nothing happens, then you still have your money anyway. Also, those warranties often come with a bunch of fine print and exclusions, so they might not actually cover what you think they will. And in the end, guys, extended warranties are more about making money for the seller than protecting you. So, next time they offer you one, it might be better to just say no and keep your money. Now, number 2 on my list is overpriced tech gadgets and tech upgrades. So, buying the latest smartphone accessory or gadget every single year is unjustified because it really doesn't offer any significant upgrades from the previous version. You have the 2.0 version from 2 years ago, and that's working just fine and doing everything you need it to do. But you feel the need to get the latest 4.0 version just to make sure that you have the latest up-to-date whatever. Now, if the thing does everything you need it to do, then just stick with it. Why upgrade? You don't have to convince yourself that you need an upgrade just to have the newest, latest $2,000 gadget when the one that you have works just fine. We're talking cell phones, tablets, laptops, and all that good stuff. You don't have to upgrade just because they put out a new model and tell you that you need an upgrade. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of times they put out a new model with significant upgrades to entice you to buy it, but if you don't need it, just stay put right where you are. Now, third on my list is brand name groceries. Honestly though, haven't you ever noticed how much more expensive brand name groceries are compared to other store brands? It's crazy. Honestly, the generic or store brand versions are usually just as good and they cost way less. You're mostly paying for the fancy packaging and the brand name itself, not actually the quality of the product. For example, store brand cereals, canned goods, and dairy products taste pretty much the same as the other expensive ones. By going for the generic brands, you can save a ton of money on your grocery bill each month. Those savings can really add up over time, and you can use that extra cash for other important things or simply just save it. Plus, a lot of store brands are made by the same companies that make the name brands. So, you're basically getting the same exact stuff anyway. So guys, next time you're shopping, try out the generic options and see if you even notice a difference. You might be surprised at how much you like them and how much you can actually save. It's a super easy way to cut down on unnecessary spending. Now, number 4 on my list is credit card interest charges. Honestly, guys, it's extremely expensive to carry a credit card balance, especially if you're only making the minimum payments. Here's what a lot of people don't realize. The interest that you pay on credit cards, they compound. This means that you end up paying interest on top of interest, which grows the debt that you owe on that credit card exponentially. This money that you're spending on credit card interest could be used to pay off debt, invest, or even grow your money, or even likely save for big ticket items. There are many meaningful purposes for the interest you're paying on a credit card, and this interest can entirely be avoided if you just pay the credit card balance before it's due every month, or if you don't use credit cards at all. Now, you may be saying, well, I want my credit card points, the rewards, and the bonuses that they offer. But listen, guys, if you're paying credit card interest, you're really just negating the money you save from those points. So, in my honest opinion, credit card interest is a complete waste of money. Now, the next item on my list is ordering food in. Now, frequently having food delivered to you is a complete waste of money. Now, let me say this up front. If you have an ailment or a disability or an injury that prevents you from getting up and going to get food for yourself, then I completely understand having someone deliver that food to you makes sense. But if that's not you, honestly, I don't get it. Most of us typically don't grow our own food, and many of us don't even make our own food anyway. And we don't cook our own food, to say the least. So if you don't grow your own food, or make your own food, or cook your own food, then the least you could do is get up and go buy your own food. Now, some people would rather spend the $30 for a sandwich, plus the extra fees and the tips that would be involved with that, which might run you even $40 to $45 through Uber Eats or Postmates or something along those lines. However, because of that extra money that you have to pay just to get it delivered, it's gonna really put a hole in your wallet. Now, unless you're going through Google and looking up coupon codes to see if you can minimize the amount that you're spending, then I'm all for it. But when you typically pay $30 for a sandwich that you could have just driven there, after 3 or 4 or 5 miles to go get it and get away from spending, instead of $30 to just $12, you would be in a much better position. I mean, you have to ask yourself, at what point does convenience become just not worth it when you can do something for yourself? When you're spending money on DoorDash and Uber Eats, you're really wasting a lot of extra money that could be spent elsewhere. Now, the next ticket item on my list is trendy health and fitness equipment. Now, guys, if I go into one more person's basement and see unused, unplugged, never before turned on exercise equipment sitting there collecting dust, I'm gonna have to go off on somebody. You are absolutely wasting your money on exercise gadgets that you don't use. Things like smart yoga mats, ellipticals, high-end treadmills, or that thing that goes on the wall that you punch at. You don't really need these things to be in shape or to be healthier. Can they help? Sure, yeah, but they can actually help you if you are using them and dragging them out of the corner. But after the initial excitement fades, what are you doing then? Are you actually using these things that you're buying and spending thousands of dollars on? If you want to be in the absolute best shape of your life, because we all know that health is wealth, all you have to do is walk 5 miles a day, do 200 to 300 squats, and maybe 500 crunches. If you really want to add on to that, do 100 push-ups a day, and maybe eat a little bit less of your caloric intake, eat better and healthier overall, just move more to keep your heart accelerated, and drink a lot of water. If you do these things, you'll be in the best absolute shape of your life, and the beauty of all those things I just mentioned is that they're all free. It costs you no money to go do those things. But most people want to spend this money because they get all excited and happy and hyped around being motivated to go to the gym, and then they go out and buy all of this elliptical equipment stuff that costs $2,000 that they really can't afford and they really won't end up using anyway. You don't need these trendy exercise equipments that just sit in the corner and collect dust. It's a complete waste of money, especially if you don't end up using it. Now, the next item on my list is buying a brand new car. Buying a brand new car when a slightly used 3 or 4 year old car can save you tons of money in the initial cost. You guys, a new car loses 20 to 30% of its value in the first year and up to 50% of its value in the first 4 or 5 years. This means that when you buy a brand new car, you're really just paying a premium for something that's ultimately and very quickly going to go down in value and become worth a lot less than what you actually paid for it. That money you spend on that premium could go elsewhere, investing it, saving it, or buying other assets that are going up in value where you can actually make money grow instead of losing money. Buying a slightly used car where you allow someone else to take the hit of the depreciation in the first year or two is usually a far better financial value for the most of us. At the same time, a 2 or 3 year old car still offers a lot of reliability and good quality. Alright guys, now the next item on my list is designer clothes or expensive name brand clothes. Now look, I know that you want to look good, and that's cool. We all want to look good, but don't look so good today that you forfeit future expenses. You can look great today, but can you take care of your future rent? Can you take care of your future grocery bill? It's just not worth it to wear a brand name when a lot of the money that you spend on that name brand could be going towards your future wealth, your health, your independence, and your freedom. Now, I'm not talking about the millionaire person who may be watching this video or someone with an $800,000 net worth. This is probably not for you because at that point you can kind of buy whatever you want. But I'm talking to the person who's trying to build some wealth and get better with their money and simply doesn't like where they are currently at right now with the money that they have. If you have 1 or 2 or 3 pairs of Nike shoes, okay, no big deal. But if you only buy red bottom shoes or decide to buy Gucci and Prada and some of these other expensive name brands because you want to show them off to other people, then that's a complete waste of money. If you're watching this and you know somebody who only buys name brand clothing but really can't afford them, let me know in the comments below, but don't say any names, just drop that comment. Now, the next item that I have on my list is trendy dietary supplements. Honestly, guys, it's insane how many new trendy dietary supplements there are out there. It's like every week there's a new miracle pill or powder that promises to help you lose weight or get fit fast. Honestly, most of these supplements are a complete waste of money. They often don't have any real scientific backing, and sometimes they're not even FDA cleared, and the results that they promise are usually too good to be true. Plus, they can be pretty expensive and these costs add up fairly quickly. Instead of spending money on these fads, it's better to focus on a balanced diet and regular exercise. Cut out your sodas, your fast food, and honestly all that junk. Focus on real whole foods and staying active. Those are the best ways to achieve and maintain a healthy weight. Also, some of these supplements can have some side effects or interact with other medications that you might be taking, which can be risky. It's always a good idea to talk to a healthcare professional before trying any new supplement. In the end, there's no magic pill for health, just good habits and consistency. Now guys, the next item on my list is lottery tickets. Now while the dream is enticing and we sit around thinking about what would we do if we won $1 million or $10 million, buying lottery tickets is seriously a waste of money. Now, you might say, well, I don't buy that many, or I just spend $5 or $10 a month, or even $5 to $10 a week. But guys, that adds up. Some people spend a lot more. In my opinion, the lottery is a tax on the poor because if you look at the statistics, the people who put most of the money into lottery buying are typically people of the poorer demographic. These are the people who want that big win, who want that come up of money. Playing the lottery is like throwing your money out the window. If you're watching this and you play the lottery by buying tickets regularly, more power to you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying that in my opinion, it's a complete waste of money. You could use that money elsewhere, even if it's a small amount that you could typically grow over time. Now guys, the last item on my list, which I call the 10.5 item, is expensive hobbies. So, you know how hobbies are awesome for relaxing and having fun, right? But some hobbies can get really expensive, like collecting rare items, high-end photography, or luxury sports. These can seriously drain your wallet. It's about finding a balance and maybe looking for cheaper alternatives that you still enjoy. For example, instead of buying all that expensive gear right away, you could rent or borrow it first to see if you even like the hobby to begin with. This way, you won't waste a ton of money on something that you might not stick with. Hobbies should make your life better, not stress you out financially. So, before you dive into an expensive hobby, think about the long-term costs and if it's really worth it. Sometimes simpler and cheaper hobbies can be just as fun. Now, you might be wondering, why did I put hobbies as considered the half reason or 10.5 reason? That's because hobbies are important for us and our well-being, but they're not as essential as the other things that we've talked about in this video. It's more about being smart with your money and not letting the hobbies become a financial burden. It's a reminder to enjoy your interests without going overboard and spending too much. So guys, that's it. Those are my 10.5 things that are a complete waste of money. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and share it with anyone that you know that might be struggling with their finances. If you have your own financial experiences or suggestions, please don't hesitate to put them down in the comments below. And of course, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more videos every single week. I'll catch you all in the next video.